Hi, this is Martha Moody again, and in this section we're going to look at some applications of algebra and using substitution. So we're going to take a look at something called a right circular cylinder. It looks to me like it's a can, like a can of vegetables. It's one of the most basic geometric shapes, and it has a height on it, and it has a round top and a round bottom on it. The area of the base of that and the area of the top is given by the formula, which is the same as the area of a circle. So the area of a circle is given by a formula pi r to the second power. In this formula highlighted in yellow, A is the area, r is the radius. The radius is 1/2 the distance of the diameter. The diameter is the longest distance across the circle, which is the same as the radius, which is the distance from the center of the circle to the outside edge. So depending on which one we have, we may know radius, we may know the diameter, but we can certainly calculate the other one from what we know. To find the volume of the cylinder, then, we have to take the area of the base, and then we multiply that by the height. So the volume of that can or cylinder is going to be given by the formula pi r squared h. The units of measurement when we do these calculations have to be in the same dimensions. So both must be in inches, or both must be in feet, or both must be in meters, etc. The surface area of the outside of the cylinder, just the outside of the cylinder, not the top and not the bottom, is going to be the distance around the cylinder, which is also called the circumference, multiplied by the height. So the circumference of a circle is given by the formula 2 pi times the radius, or if we know what the diameter is, it's pi times the diameter. So we can use either one of these formulas because the diameter is 2 times the radius. Without the top at the bottom lateral area, the surface area of this can or cylinder is given by area is equal to 2 pi r times the height, or area is equal to pi times the diameter times the height. So again, we can use either one of these two formulas interchangeably as well, depending on whether we know the radius or whether we know the height. If we do include the top and the bottom area of this can, the surface area is then going to be the area around the cylinder, which we just took a look at, plus the area of the top plus the area of the bottom. So we had the area of the distance around the outside, which was 2 pi r times the height, and then the area of the top is given by pi r squared, and the area of the bottom is another pi r squared. So adding these together, we can combine the like terms, which gives us 2 pi r squared for those two terms that are like. So we have the area then is equal to the formula highlighted in yellow. We're going to take a look at an application of geometry and how to use formulas. So if we're using a formula and we want to use substitution, I would recommend taking every variable that you have, every letter, and replacing the letter by a set of parentheses before you do anything else, and then to put the value of each one of the variables in its appropriate spot, then go through and solve that equation using the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So just as a reminder, we do parentheses first, exponent second. Multiplication and division are of equal importance. They're done third. We do whichever action, whichever appropriate multiplication or division comes first in order from left to right. And then we do addition and subtraction according to which one of the operations is on the leftmost. So here we have an example. We're going to take a round swimming pool that has a diameter of 10 feet and a height of 4 feet. How many gallons of water is it going to take to fill that pool? So in order to do this solution, we need to find the volume of the pool. We need one additional fact, is that there are approximately 7.84 gallons of water per cubic feet. Our volume of this can or cylinder is pi r squared h. Again, r is the radius and h is the height. So we were given the diameters, and we need to find the radius, which is 1/2 the diameter. 1/2 of 10 is 5 feet. We know our height is 4 feet. So what I like to do is, when I'm doing a problem, is write down the facts that I know first, and then try to figure out where I can use any of those facts or if I need them. So we had the formula of volume is equal to pi r squared h. So what I did is I replaced the r by a set of parentheses, and you'll notice the 2 is on the outside, and I replaced the h by a set of parentheses. Then I know that the radius was 5 feet. I put that inside that parentheses. I know the height was 4 feet. I set that inside those parentheses. Now what I have to do is use the order of operations. So what I have to do is I have to use my exponents first. So I have to take 5 feet squared, which is 5 feet times 5 feet. That gives me 25 feet squared. So now I have 3.14 times 25 feet squared times 4 feet squared. I do my multiplication. I get 314 from my numbers. I have feet squared times feet, which gives me feet to the third power, which is the same as cubic feet. I know that I have 314 feet cubed of water, or that's my volume. And then I need to know how many gallons I have, so I'm going to multiply that by 7.48 gallons per cubic feet. So when I do my multiplication then, I have 314 times 7.48, which gives me 2,348.72. And I have feet cubed times gallons divided by feet cubed. The feet cubed divided by the feet cubed cancels each other out and equals 1, just leaving us with gallons. So our answer then is 2,348.72 gallons. There's an example on your homework that is very similar to this, so I would recommend going back and looking at this example as you do your homework.